I don't want to reveal my name, but after what happened to me, I realized something. Not every voice you hear is your own. This happened last year. I live in Lahore, and at that time I was completely alone. My parents had gone to our village for a few days, leaving me by myself in the house. At first, everything felt normal. The days passed peacefully, but every night, I began to feel an unexplained sense of unease. On the first night, at exactly 3 a.m., I heard a faint voice. I need some water. I woke up with a start. The voice was so soft that I convinced myself it had just been a dream. I turned over and went back to sleep. The second night, I heard the same voice again. I need some water. This time, it was coming from just outside my bedroom. My heart began pounding. I slowly got out of bed, carefully opened my bedroom door, and stepped into the hallway. The entire house was wrapped in darkness. Every door was closed, every window was locked, and besides me, there was no one else in the house. On the third night, when the voice returned, my entire body froze, because this time the voice was exactly like mine. The same tone, the same way of speaking, the same voice. I need some water. My hands started trembling. I didn't dare get out of bed. I pulled the blanket over myself, closed my eyes, and stayed perfectly still. The next morning, I told everything to the elderly woman who lived next door. She listened carefully, then she quietly said, "My dear, if anyone calls your name during the night, don't answer. And whatever happens, never, ever open the door." The fear in her eyes was impossible to ignore. That night, I made up my mind. No matter what happened, I would not leave my bed. At exactly 3 a.m., the voice returned. I need some water. This time, it was right outside my bedroom door. Then suddenly, I heard another voice. I need some water. Two voices. Both of them sounded exactly like me. Then my bedroom door slowly began to move. It sounded as if someone was slowly scratching the door from the outside. Tears filled my eyes. I immediately began praying, reciting verses from the Holy Quran. Then, without warning, everything went silent. No voices, no movement, only a deep, unnatural silence. I could not sleep all night. I simply kept remembering Allah. The next morning, I carefully opened the door. The moment I looked down, I froze. Outside my room, there were wet footprints on the floor. Not too small, not too large, just like ordinary human footprints. And in the kitchen, there was a glass of water, half full. I called my parents and asked them to come home immediately. When they reached home, I told them everything and asked them to leave the house as soon as possible. After that, I used to sleep with my mom until we left that house. Whenever I glance at a clock and it reads 3 a.m., a cold feeling settles deep inside my chest because I can't help thinking that somewhere, something will speak again in my own voice and quietly whisper, "I need some water." Was it my shadow? Or was it something that had learned how to sound exactly like me? To this day, I still don't know the answer.